Okay, look, the last day I asked you this question. A single necessary ingredient is required for a successful business. What is it? What was the answer? Adelia, yes. A certain type of customer. That's right, a paying customer. Well done, well done. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Kenneth. Okay, so a paying customer is what we're looking for. All right. Because if we don't have a paying customer, that's great. We can be doing all this work and not getting paid. Pretty soon we're going to go very hungry. All right. All right. So the next thing is, then I asked you these questions and I asked you to give me some feedback on this. So what is business? What do you think? What does the barber think? What does his customer think? Because we were talking about the Hanoi barber. All right. So I'm just going to pick a couple of answers out. Let me see. And here, I think, Sharon, you said how I think of a business is between the workers and the customers. Okay, so let me just copy that. Okay, that's a little bit small. How I think of business is between the workers and the customers, and how we give good communication. Okay, I like that. I mean, good communication is important. If there's not clarity about who we are and what we're about, we're not going to have that sort of, we're not going to have an effective business. We may have some business, but some of this course actually is about how we do things better. It's not just having a product that nobody else has and bring it to the market. You know, sometimes it's about finding efficiencies and improvements and working with that. To have a successful business, we must have a creative mind and good advertising to make people very interested and knowing our business. Okay, I mean, that's good too. I mean, I like a creative mind. I think one of the realities is in our economy now is that there's going to be more and more automation. There'll be more and more robotics. So creativity is where humans will excel over machines or over artificial intelligence. So I think, you know, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you need to bring your creativity to bear. Good advertising is interesting. I mean, we're going to talk about digital marketing in the second module. Advertising, okay, because we're talking about digital business, we're going to talk about a particular approach to advertising. I think, you know, the other way to think about that is how do we communicate and how do we educate and how do we build engagement with our customer base? And that's really what the advertising is going to enable for us. And how do we build that sort of engagement and create a virtual relationship to a certain extent? By the way, all businesses don't have to be just done online. You know, we can have a digital entrepreneurial business that still evolves face to face. So digital just refers to an aspect of enabling the business. Okay. What does the barber think? Let me see. I don't have all of the answers here. I just picked a couple of them out. They're all to do with the second part. Okay, well, stick with you, Sharon. The barber might be thinking that he wants to work hard and build his skills to enable a better service. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what the barber think? I mean, in essence, right? What the barber is thinking is, this is my business. Okay. And I need to build it and keep working at it. Okay. That's the reality, because the barber has to earn money. And sorry, 1 second. There we go. So that's what the barber is thinking about. You know, this is my business. But I think as part of that is the barber has to be thinking about, what does my customer want? And I need to do a good job here, because let's face it, there's immediate feedback. If the customer isn't happy with what they see in the mirror, the barber may not get paid. Okay. What does the customer think is the next question. So what does the customer think? Anybody? What's the customer think? Or what does the customer think about? Because this is the fundamental question, really. Yes, Jonathan, that's it. What do I want? What do I want? The customer is there to get a haircut. The customer is looking for a solution to a problem. And the problem is, I want a haircut. I want to look neat. I need to change my image. I've got a job interview to go to, or I'm meeting clients. What do I want? So, and this is the thing with business, you know, yeah, you're right. So I need a haircut. I have a need. So what we're really saying is, just give me 1 second. What we're really saying is that the customer has a need or a want. Okay? That's the essence of what this is about. And that's what the customer's thinking about. They're thinking about a solution to that. What the barber's thinking is, yeah, I need to do my job. I need to build my business. I need to keep working at it. And I need to understand what the customer needs, what the customer's need is, or what the customer wants. And I need to deliver that. Okay? And that's the fundamental ideas that we need to get across. So, first of all, what does everybody need? Every business need? A paying customer. What's the customer thinking about? The customer has a need or a want. And what we need to be thinking about is how do we communicate with that customer so that we understand what the need or want is, how we let them know we have a solution, and how we get them to commit to buying our solution. All right? And that's really the essence of what we're about. And I don't mind if it's Airbnb. I don't care if it's Amazon. I don't care if it's WeChat. I don't mind if it's the Ford Motor Company. I don't mind if it's Cathay Pacific as an airline. Ultimately, it comes down to the same basic thing here. There are people out there, our businesses out there who have a need. We can solve their problem. We can solve their pain. We can solve their need. We need to find a way to engage with them so that they want to buy that solution from us, because there will be other people looking to solve that problem as well. So how do we become the favored solution? And that's really what we're talking about. And by the way, once we get that piece of business, there's a piece behind that, which is how do we actually deliver it? How do we deliver the solution? How do we do what we do? But we're going to come to that. All right. So I want to ask you these questions now, because I think identifying the customer is really important. Let's say we have somebody who's buying a school uniform at a school supply store. Who is the customer and what do they want? Okay, so on the one hand, we're saying a student. 1 second. Okay. Yes, Kenneth. I think you also need to think about the parent. So who's going to use the product? The student's going to use the product. Who's going to pay for the product? The parents. Yeah. Excuse me. Unless you guys want to pay for your own school uniforms, which my daughter would. But anyway, you're right. So the student's going to use it, but the parent's going to pay for it. Who's going to make the decision? The parents? I think it's a bit of both, David. I think it's a complex situation. It's not that complex, but it's somewhat complex. The student's going to have to say yes, it fits, or no, it doesn't fit, or are they going to kick up a fuss and say no, I don't want that, I don't want that, and there'll be the usual back and forth. We've all been there on one side or the other. But ultimately, the parent will make the decision whether or not to pay for it. But they'll do it by consultation with the student. Okay. But the school supply store, they need to understand that relationship, don't they? So they know that to make a sale, okay, they've got to have the uniform pieces. They've got to do the measurement, and they've got to, have the sizes ready, and understand what sizes people want, and then provide that solution. Okay. They also know that occasionally there'll be that ongoing discourse between the student and parents, so they kind of need to be the peacemaker. But they also recognize that ultimately it's the parent who will make the decision, and therefore they will probably come down on the side of the parent more often. Okay. If I'm ordering a pizza online, who's the customer? Well, okay, I'm ordering the pizza. So what, how do you define me as the customer? What do I want? What am I looking for? Food. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Okay. Maybe something to drink too. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. Anything else? Pizza. Yes, I eat pizza. Yes, I feel the need for pizza tonight, actually. Yeah, a fast meal. I think what I'm also looking for is convenience. Haven't I? That's an A, sorry. Convenience, right? So ordering food from a takeaway, from a delivery service, from a restaurant, I'm not doing the cooking myself. So I'm looking, either I can't, I'm no good at it, I don't have the right oven, I don't have the ingredients, I'm coming from a long day's work or school or college, I'm tired, I just want pizza. Okay, so yeah, I do want food. Maybe I want to drop a couple of cans of Coke or whatever with it. But it's the convenience. Okay. And if I'm ordering it online, I'm doing that. I don't even have to leave my house. I don't even have to use the phone. I just order it, and I'm only gonna have to get up to go and answer the door to collect it, to let it in. Okay. So each when we look at things, it's trying to think about, well, what actually is the need, or the want. Uh, if I'm sending a direct mail promotion for a beauty salon, a special offer, who might I be targeting? Okay. Can it women, females? Yeah. Okay. Frequent salon customers. Okay. Anybody else? I'm going to challenge the female, by the way. I'm going to ask, is it just female? Um, I'm looking for frequent customers. Okay. Let's just deal with those two things. So by and large, yes, beauty salons are frequented by female, by women. Okay. So beauty salon special offer will normally be targeted at them. However, sometimes this is very, sensitive in some ways. Is the woman who uses the salon necessarily going to be the one who pays for it or buy it? I guess I'm come to get here is the gift market. So let's say we give a voucher to somebody for to get their nails done or to get their hair done. Okay, in which case, primarily, of course, it's female, but sometimes it might be a male giving it to a female, right? Not saying males, by the way, can't get their hair and their nails on either. But it could be, to a brother or to a wife or to, it could be something like that. So predominantly, of course, it is targeted on female because they are by far the most frequent users of beauty salons. Frequent customers, yeah. I think you're right. It can depend. It could be a reward to frequent customers, a special promotion with a discount for frequent customers because we noticed that you've been using this a lot. So we're going to reward you like a loyalty scheme. It could be to somebody who hasn't used us for a while. So they were a customer and we want to get them back in. All right. It could be to try and convert an occasional user into a frequent user. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about in marketing, digital marketing, and also e-commerce, that idea of upselling. Okay. That, taking a customer and encouraging and working with the customer to buy more from us, to get more value from the relationship. So the thing here was to try and figure out who the customer is and what they want. So we're going to be doing this time and time again through the course. And you guys need to be doing this as well as part of your project. So, you need to be, we need to be thinking about your business ideas. So I'll talk about that in a couple of minutes.